All right, welcome to the Golden Boot podcast, combined with In Off the Bench, joined with Vandy Chris and Jim Cross, with our special guest this evening, William Schmidt. William, how you doing, man?
What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all having me on. We're good.
For
We
sure,
are,
man.
yeah.
So, my opening question for you is going to be: how do you feel about your progression since going through fall ball, and what is your outlook going into the season?
Fall ball is a grind. They don't lie when they talk about uh, having no time. You're at the field all day. Uh, but along with that, like first semester of college, super exciting and interesting, and just learning, learning like what to do, how to do it right. Uh, Sometimes you get caught in like not wanting to mess up more than like learning from it. So whenever I catch myself in that, like I just reprogress and understand that like it's okay to make mistakes. But fall was exciting. Met met most of the team. A lot of transfers, a lot of new guys. Only like 11 returners maybe. Um, but my progression it's a lot different from high school. This is the most baseball I've ever played during the fall. In high school, normally I just take off and just stay in the weight room and all of that good stuff. But coaches are phenomenal. Exactly what I expected coming here. And just excited for the season upcoming.
Look, all I know is he lied out the gate, Cody. You know, LSU, don't you know LSU baseball players don't go to class? That's the rumors, right?
Yeah, that's the rumor. Just rumors.
Dude, I love that. Like I've always joked about that. Like I was going back a few years, and I messed with Dylan Cruz. I was like, man, you don't go to class, man. When you're that good, like don't play. I do have a question since I brought him up though. When you pass up on going in the draft, I told you we've talked to Derek, we've talked to Jake, going back, we've talked to Dylan. Like, what is it? Because I feel like LSU is one of the only places where that's a thing, right? Like, if you're gonna forgo the draft, it's gonna be somewhere like the powerhouse where you're gonna compete for a national championship and your stock's gonna go up.
Yeah, for sure. For me, it was a little different from all of that. LSU is about all I know. I grew up like 8 minutes from the baseball field. So everything in my wardrobe has always been LSU. That's always the team I've cheered for. So the draft, yeah, it's intriguing, but like this is just where I want to be.
Okay. So back in the day, one of the first pitchers to ever pass up $1 million signing bonus was Tyler Beatty at Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Tell me in your words what it's like being compared to guys like that, considering the amount of money that you reportedly turned down.
What's his name?
Tyler Beatty.
Yeah, I never
He
heard
said
of
all
him.
he knows is LSU. You don't pay attention to the Vandy. You'd have had to say Kumar Rocker, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's cool. I don't think about it anymore. Another reason I took my name out is I don't know what I passed up on. Could have been $5 for all I know. So,
I just love
it's cool, but whatever.
William. There was, people like to throw these reports out. I'm watching you in all these performances through high school, and everybody's saying there's no way you come. I like how everybody knows what your decision is, right?
Right.
There's not a
They know
chance
more
that
than
you
me.
come.
They know more than me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There he is. Look at Randy.
It's always like that.
Sorry, I'm late, boys.
No,
I
you're
was-
good, man.
Dusting off that national championship.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Golly.
I'm
I
just
got
kidding.
one.
Nah, so let me ask you, now that everything is going, you're about to start the season. I mean, getting to know your teammates a little bit better. How do you feel about the team going into this season?
I think the team chemistry is great. All of the older guys are super mature, super easy to talk to. Like I ask a ton of questions, so that I'm not worried about messing up or whatever. But no, super good leaders. Put out a good example for everybody, and I think as the season goes along, it's gonna be a funny team. Uh, I don't even know how to explain it. Super good team chem though, like not a lot of drama. Uh, just a good group of guys with one common goal.
The amount of talent depth. I know this the opportunity for everybody and a chance to display. I know that everybody's going to get a chance to get their number called, but you talk about you had 11 returners, but all those guys come in, and that chemistry matters because with Randy coming in, when we were talking to the Tennessee guys after last fall, they were talking about that instant chemistry, and I think that's really undervalued. You can have all the talent in the world, but if it doesn't mesh together, you're not going to be able to compete for a championship. So to hear you say that, especially me being an LSU fan, is relieving because that talent doesn't matter if it doesn't mesh well.
For sure.
Let me ask you this, William. Have you guys played any football in the snow?
Football in the snow. I haven't.
It's not snowing in Baton Rouge.
Snow in here.
Well, I don't
Wrong
know. That's where the chemistry was built, on a baseball field playing football.
You realize we won in 2023, right?
Yeah, I do. But we're talking about the most recent champs. It's kind of like Chris bringing up Vanderbilt from 2017. But no, listen, I do have a serious.
We did.
I do have a serious question.
Play football for about
Did y'all?
15 minutes, and then it got too dark, and we went back in. But
So speaking of the beach and LSU, a couple years ago, right after LSU did win the title, I was down in 30A with my family, and lo and behold, the LSU baseball team was 2/10 over from us, having a fine time. Those gentlemen picked up all their trash off the beach, and there were a lot of bottles, if you know what I'm saying.
Just playing that same trip, Randy, because it's going to happen again. Look, I've already told you, LSU and A&M for the final.
I go to the same beach every year. I didn't see y'all there last year, but I was looking.
Randy, beautiful betting odds today. They got Tennessee at plus 700. Y'all can have it because I can get LSU at plus 1,200. Are you kidding me?
That's a good bet. But look, the question that I have been going through my head all day. I know you probably get asked about LSU a lot, and that's great. We want to know all that. But looking at your high school, when you go on Wikipedia for CHS and they talk about notable alumni, it's not a lot of times when Jim and I have been doing this a long time when they actually have the person that we're interviewing's name on there too. But your name is on there, notable alumni.
That's news to me. I guess that's kind of sick.
I'm trying to learn you something.
Do I have like a profile?
Riley's the only person I can think of, Randy, that we had.
You do. That's true. Austin Riley was on there, but usually when they're in college. But let me ask you, I'm looking down the notable alumni. Obviously, everybody knows about, Catholic high school, but like some of these names are crazy, man. Aaron Nola. I mean, a lot of LSU guys for sure. Football and baseball. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Emory Jones. I mean, there's a lot of dudes. Who is the most famous alumni, without saying yourself, or you could say yourself, who's the best athlete to come out of Catholic high school?
Athlete? Oh, God. We had some NFL guy from like 50 years ago, running back. Is he on there?
There's a lot. So there's one, it might feel like 50 years ago to you, Warwick Dunn, class of 93.
Yeah, that's him.
50 years ago.
I know nothing about him, but I hear about him a lot.
Better chance of hearing about Warwick Dunn than Vandy pitchers that he's randomly throwing out there.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something about Warwick Dunn. He was a great player in college, great player in high school, but what he's done afterwards, you should look him up sometime. He's put back into the community, built houses for single moms. Like, the guy is a class individual, and maybe it all started at the same place that you hail from, at Catholic high school.
Maybe. I think Darius Geis is on there.
Darius Geis is on there. Absolutely.
Oh, just another LSU guy that's ended up in jail. God, we had to throw that one out there.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what have you thought about working with Coach Martin with strength and conditioning this year?
Oh, he is great. He's a really good strength coach, but he's also a really good dude. Like, super easy to talk to outside of just asking when your workout is. But I think he's the smartest dude I've ever met when it comes to all of that stuff. Like, he's got his stuff set, and he knows what he's doing for sure.
I gotcha. So what have you thought about transitioning with Coach Yeski?
Oh, also a great guy. Them two are the two smartest people I've ever met when it comes to their respective positioning. Coach Yeski knows just about everything. Coach Johnson says he hired him because he's the best pitch caller in college baseball. And when he gets into his little lectures, I see why. He knows just about everything when it comes to pitching.
I gotcha.
So I got one more question, and then I obviously got to go. But William, I've asked the LSU guys about this just in the upcoming season. Been going to the games, like I said, all season for about 5, and this is the hardest stretch that I can remember. When we talk about the gauntlet and we talk about being battle tested, y'all's last 4 weeks of the season, you have Tennessee coming to you, then you go to College Station, then you have Arkansas coming to you, and then you go to Founders at South Carolina. Do y'all talk about how important the front half of the schedule is when you talk about the season and expectations? Because when you have that, realistically, you have to take care of business. Because I even heard Coach Johnson talking about we're not losing midweek games or anything.
Yeah, I was about to say that. No, we haven't really dug into the schedule that much. And like you say, all those teams, I have no idea what to expect.
Just be ready as a pitcher going to College Station. We've had every pitcher from every school come on, and they say it's unrivaled. Not the whole environment itself, but just for pitchers. Apparently, it just feels like it's right on top of you. So if you get the chance to toe the rubber, man, just be prepared. Clear the mechanism. You probably don't know that reference. Older movie again, but tunnel vision.
That was 50 years ago.
That in mind.
Was it? No, it wasn't. Dude, for love of the game, probably like 20 years ago. If it's older than 20 years, Randy, we really are that old.
Well, I mean, Warwick Gunn is class of 93 from Catholic High School. We watched him growing up, Jim. So I don't think it was 50 years ago, and we're only 40.
All right,
I've never heard of that movie or seen it.
Oh my God! How are you a pitcher? Like you got to see this. Let's see, 1999, Randy. Oh my God, 25 years ago. And with that, I'm out of here because I'm old.
All right, Jim.
It's bedtime.
Thanks, Jim.
8:32.
But yeah, so let me ask you too. What are some of your game day rituals that you go through?
Let's see. None. I don't know.
Really?
I don't have
so
any.
You just take a regular day?
Yeah, like I try not to think about it as much. Like when we had big games in high school, like I was the same person. I don't like flip a switch or lock in. It's just like a normal day. I don't really got any superstitions or weird things that I eat or like meditate or something.
I got you.
Okay, but if you don't, have you seen some of your teammates? Surely you've seen some weird superstitions.
You know any? I haven't. God. Nah.
Not really. Maybe it's just different. Maybe we were the weird ones.
Maybe I'm just not locked in and I'm not paying attention, but I have not seen any.
I think it's worked out for you, William. I think it's worked out pretty well for you so far.
Very well. So along with superstitions, I want to take a look at something a little more personal for you.
Okay.
Let's say you've had the worst outing of your entire life. You give up 6 runs. You walk 4 people. You don't record an out and just 1 inning of pitching. You're on a long bus ride home. It's dark 30 in the morning. Who's the one person in your phone that you're going to call to get your head back right and get back in the game?
So my mom will definitely send me a long paragraph that I care about, but I'm not going to pay attention to because she's just going to send me that no matter what. But one person probably my buddy from Catholic. He might be on the Wikipedia. I don't know. But he's at UL right now playing baseball. His name's Brooks Wright.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not on the Wikipedia.
Oh, guess he wasn't good enough. But yeah, no, I'm throwing him on the phone because he's going through a few things in his life and he's bounced back really good from them. And that's just my guy.
Gotcha.
I've known him since I was like 5 or 6 years old. I played growing up with him. I've done just about everything with him.
Okay.
And that's a great answer. A lot of people say their dad or their uncle, or to see it be somebody that you grew up with, that's perfect.
Yeah, no, my mom, I'll get a long text from my parents, but I'm just going to be like, it's just like a pat on the back.
Do you give them do you react to the message?
Yeah, I'll like it, or I'll send like Thanks, Mom.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm sure they know.
Yeah.
So
But as a
what kind
parent, we're still going to keep doing that.
Oh yeah. So let me ask you,
Right.
what kind of what kind of goals do you have for yourself going into your freshman season?
Right now, we actually just talked about this in our meeting. My goal right now is to just do whatever I can to help the team win, whether that's if I'm pitching or not. Just respect everybody, bring energy every game, every day, and like don't let a bad outing like bring the team down. I've been on teams where I've had people like that, and it's no fun. No one really likes them. So I'm just gonna be super energetic, super happy, whether I'm playing or not. It's just my freshman year, and everybody on the team's got the same goal, so it should be super easy to do.
Gotcha. So when you announced that you were withdrawing from the draft, did you essentially turn your phone off or at least avoid social media with all the like excitement from random strangers?
Uh, I did put it on Do Not Disturb because I was driving and probably would have wrecked. Um, but I picked it up like 20 minutes later, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
What kind of firestorm did I set off here?
Yeah, I didn't think it'd blow up that much, but I mean, just seeing all the love from LSU fans as expected. I've seen that the 18 years I've been living here. I mean, it's awesome. That's why I came here.
I mean, I will admit I was one of those weird fans that was very excited. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I read,
I was shocked.
I read anything. I read everything: criticism, love, hate, excited. What are you doing? But I don't really let it get to me. My parents were laughing at some of the stuff too. So
That's amazing.
Probably got something mean from Randy saying, "Man, you need to go to Tennessee. Forget all this LSU stuff."
No, man. Look, I've been down to Baton Rouge. I've been in the box. It's a special place to play. Went down there a couple years ago. Saw Skeens pitch on a. It was actually a Thursday night, but it was the first game, so it was like a Friday night game. It was electric atmosphere. The place is great. I have no hate on LSU at all. I mean, they're the standard for what SEC baseball. You know, you could argue, I guess, now that Texas is in there, but LSU is the standard to everybody.
Yeah.
for sure.
So
For sure.
I guess here's it's kind of I guess a loaded question, but in all of your years playing baseball, who would you say is the best player that you've shared a field with, whether against or on your team?
Against or on my team. Well, Gavin Guidry's senior year of high school. God, I hope you don't watch this. But Gavin Guidry's senior year of high school, I was a little twerp as a sophomore, and we were just doing like we were playing BRCC in a game, like in a little scrimmage, and I was pitching, and Gavin Guidry was at shortstop, and he handed me the baseball, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was just like, "This is like he's the truth." Like, I mean,
True.
I was just like. I was just a sophomore in high school, and I was just like, this celebrity is handing me the baseball right now. Other than that, who went? Oh, I played with Connor. I played with Connor Griffin a ton.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, that's like one of my good buds. I mean, he got paid $6 million, so I guess.
I mean, for $6 million, I mean,
Yeah,
you can
no,
say
I'd say he's pretty good.
yeah.
I wish he was living in my dorm right now, but it is what
Yeah.
it is.
So okay, so let me ask you on that. Did y'all try to recruit some of these guys that y'all knew were going to be probably signing? Did y'all try to get them to come on and just skip the signing bonus?
After I told Coach Johnson that I was removing my name, I called Connor and I told him, and he was just like, "You're lying," like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "Dude, you're next. Like you have to now. You told me that you would if I did, and then I did it." But like I knew he was joking. But
Yeah.
him, I definitely did. Cam and Nitty, I didn't really talk to that much. Kade Aaron Beatty, he actually moved in here over the summer before the draft with me, and I mean we talked about it a lot. And then my roommate's Derek, and he pulled his name like really early, so he was convincing me the whole time too.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like when the names started dropping of everybody pulling out, I was truly shocked. I said, "This
Yeah.
is not really happening right now." And then obviously, if you go online and you read all the rumor mills, everybody's saying all three of you guys that which y'all, if you mentioned, all of y'all are signing. That's what everybody was saying. There's no
Yep.
chance they're coming to college. That's all I read the whole time, and I'm kind of just down, like, oh, come on.
They always know
And
it
then,
all.
man, yeah. I
Always
would
know
say
it all.
I've learned over the years never to trust a fan forum, and I don't know why, but always around the Major League Draft is when I'm like locked in on it, and I hate that so much.
Those were my burner accounts. I wanted
Probably.
all those guys to sign. No, I don't have any burner accounts. There's plenty of those out there, though.
All right,
So you really didn't, William. You didn't know you had a Wikipedia page. You got to go on there and we got to add to this. We got to spice this thing up. I mean,
Can I edit
you got to.
I can edit it myself, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
I mean, it runs down through your high school career, your coach in high school. I mean, it's all this talking about how projected late first round pick, turn down the bag is what it says on here. I mean,
I don't know if that's weird. Is that weird if I go and edit my own page?
nobody's gonna know.
I mean, only us.
Well, they
three
will
know.
now if they're watching this and they see
True.
some.
That's true.
I mean, listen, we're gonna post this on every forum there is, so yeah, people are gonna see
That's
it. But
fair,
like,
all right.
listen, we'll just tell them that Cody did it. I mean, they'll believe that.
All right, that's fair.
I'll take the
Yeah,
blame by all
they'll
means.
believe that.
Sick. Oh, yeah, I'll let you know what to put.
I got you, man. I got you.
Perfect.
Oh man.
So,
all right, Chris,
of
what you
course
got? I
he
know
had-
you got something.
Of course, you had Aaron Nola come through your own high school. Do you have a specific pitcher that you tried to pattern yourself after, or take something from to create your own game?
Not really. I say Aaron Nola because it's the easy answer, but like that is who I guess I look up to going through Catholic and going to he was, I mean, I guess like not first round, but he was still like MLB draft talk coming out of high school, and he turned it down and went to LSU. And actually, like in a week or two, him and Austin are getting inducted into like our high school Hall of Fame or whatever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I got
You gonna be there?
Yeah, I'm going to that.
Nice.
I'd just say him. I mean, I think he's pretty good too. So
He's turned that into a nice little career. He's found a niche, I'd say.
he's getting there.
Yeah.
He was one of the more composed pitchers I've ever seen come through college. Like he was so calm, and I like that a lot. But no, like watching your style of pitching, it reminds me a lot of like Landon Marceau that came through recently. Like you guys pitch very similar, and I think that's a good thing because Marceau is fantastic. So
Yeah, when people are like, "Who do you like?" If you had to pick someone that you look like, or like, I don't know, or whatever, I normally say Tristan McKenzie, just because like I like bullying myself for being so skinny.
Okay.
So are you developing any new pitches?
I've been working on a slider pretty recently.
Okay.
It's
So that'll
getting
put you. So you'll have like a 4-pitch arsenal at that point.
there. Hopefully.
Okay. Very nice. Yeah, because I know your curveball is just. I mean, it's just not even fair watching it. And because I've watched a lot of highlights, and I was just amazed watching that. Like I didn't know you could get a spin rate like that at that age. Like that's very impressive.
It's not fair in high school, but college is a different story.
Oh, sure. Well, I guess we'll find out in a few weeks.
We will find out very soon.
I mean, where do you see yourself fitting in the like in the depth chart with pitching this year?
I'd say Coach Johnson told us today we've got 4 outings to give it what we got. So I don't really know much right now, and after those 4 outings, it's come season. So I just have to say wait till opening day and see.
Okay. How did you feel good after today though?
Oh yeah, we're good. I was sick like last week or 2, so I skipped a bullpen, but we're chilling now.
Okay. You ever attend the SEC tournament in Hoover by chance?
I went to the SEC tournament in Hoover. We made it like an annual thing. One of my good buddies' dads would we'd drive up there, and I went like 6 or 7 years in a row.
That's crazy. That means we were in attendance together.
From like 8 to 14. It was like it's the most fun thing ever.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
It's awesome.
I go every year. Fun fact, I have actually never missed a SEC tournament since its existence. I've gone since the 90s, since I was a little kid. I mean, I live right outside of Birmingham, so I go every year. I love it.
Yeah, right.
I'm not known like the crazy fans out there, but I like to go.
I'd say my most memorable moment is saying that I was there when Todd Peterson hit the double off the top of the wall for the game.
That was insane.
Okay.
That whole story surrounding that and everything, that was such a good moment.
I'd just go chill in the Met with the basketball court and all the games, and then when LSU played, we'd walk down and come watch.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So are you going to be able to talk Coach Jay into letting you take some at bats then?
I don't want to hit. After watching this ball, our staff is loaded, and I do not want to hit at all.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that one.
Okay.
You couldn't drop a nuke?
Dude, I dropped one in high school.
That's what he said, but
See?
I dropped it. I actually hit it at the Met too. But no, I don't want to hit it all. Don't. You're not going to convince me to hit.
PO.
Yes, strictly.
So the new rumor is that they're changing the pitchers' rules in college baseball, and pitchers are now required to hit. They're doing away with DH. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Going to be some short outings.
Right.
Oh, God.
Man.
So you hear all the time about how deep the SEC is. You hear about all the different ballparks, like the Box. You go to Swayze. You go to Texas A&M. You go to Baum, South Carolina. What's the one stadium in the SEC you can't wait to pitch in so you can shut their fans up?
So that I can what? Shut their fans up? Probably Duty Noble.
Yeah, they're not going to shut up.
They probably won't.
They're just going to keep.
They don't
keep
even know how to do anything. It's just
ring a ling a ling a ling a ling. Yeah, but it isn't. Have you ever been there?
I was actually committed there for like a year and a half.
Dude, it's Taj Mahal. I've been to a bunch of SEC stadiums. That one is really, really nice.
Yeah, it's great. Either there or I'm trying to think about who we play. Never been to Arkansas. I don't really know how their fans are.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. They get loud sometimes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And then the other guy just said A&M gets wild too.
Well, it's just that ball four chant. They just keep it going.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It ain't
How's Texas's park? I've never seen that either.
Oh, elite.
Yeah, it's elite. Their fans are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like baseball fans are just like the intelligent fans of sports, and so I tailgating.
Naturally.
Obviously, you've seen that, and it's just fun. But yeah, Texas is one that I respect their fan base a lot.
I feel like I see a video of someone closing out a game and going horns down like every year.
Yeah,
now that
absolutely.
Not saying I'd ever do that, but
if you did, we would see it as nothing but respect. I'm not gonna lie to you.
If you beat them, you got to do the horns down, right?
When we were in Omaha last year, and it wasn't all of Texas A&M fans. It was probably 50-50, but they were doing the ball four chant. By the second day, I was over that. But it does work though. It gets in some pitchers' heads, man. I mean, unless you get a veteran pitcher like Drew Beam or something like that, it was a little bit different. But it can get into a pitcher's head, and all of a sudden they do throw ball four. My favorite thing though, when A&M's doing that chant and they see what they think is ball four, and the umpire calls it a strike, and I swear I think sometimes the umpire does it because they're doing the chant.
Absolutely,
that's a valid reason. Do you know the highest it's ever gotten?
I've heard it get to 12 before. I know that for a fact.
You can pull me.
Yeah, that's how
I think after like ball 7, I'd be like, "Hey, coach, I got something going on."
What in the TCU game the longest it ever got?
I think it was. Actually.
I think it was.
that went on for a long time.
Yeah, because I want to
Yeah,
say they
but
got ball
weren't
9 against
they out
LSU
of
in
pitching?
Michigan.
Yes, they were out of pitching. They couldn't throw a strike, and they
Yeah.
started with that ball 4, and it went on and on and on. And I'm like, will this ever end?
I will say this though, I heard a lot about A&M fans going into Omaha. So, and I took my daughter with me. She's 15, and they were really cool. Like they were really cool. Most of them. There were some that were not, but most of them were really cool. Omaha's elite though, elite.
All right, so this is going to be the last question I ask. I'm going to let those two close out after me. But non-baseball, what are your hobbies outside of baseball?
High school is different, but like coming here and living here my whole life, like I still have my friend group. Most of them went to LSU, and they have a house. So I mean, when I'm bored and I kind of just go chill there. I don't really do much. Don't hunt, don't fish. I don't do any of that. Might be surprising, but being from Louisiana, but I don't do much.
You're just a chill guy.
Baseball, sleep, TV, I guess. TikTok.
I mean, I did see that apparently you're pretty good at pickleball, according to LSU
Derek?
Twitter.
Yeah, Derek's about to walk out of here and go play right now. Derek carried me. I'll give it to him. He definitely – that's the best player I've ever seen. He definitely carried me, but we're not allowed to play basketball.
Understood.
I used to during middle school and like the first 2 years of high school, I'd go skiing every year, but can't do that anymore.
Yep.
That was probably my favorite thing to do. I kind of just chill and eat Chick-fil-A.
I mean, can't go wrong with that, to be honest.
Can't go wrong.
Look, one question, William, that I've asked every pitcher, and it's various answers, but most of them always say that they're hoopers. If you could play basketball, can you hoop?
I went to my high school game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Are any of y'all know like Baton Rouge, like high schools?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They played U High, which is like the 10-minute down the street drive, kind of like rivals. Yep. I went to that game and I was like, why didn't I play basketball last year? I would have been the tallest one on the court by like 3 whole inches. And Jeez. I really think I could have played, but I was a late bloomer. So honestly, like I tried out freshman year, got cut. And then like the next day I was 6'3", so I didn't really get to experiment that much with it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask one more question, and then I'll let Randy close it off with the final question because I know he's got something good planned. Who is
you
the
took
best,
my question already.
Who is the best hitter that you've ever faced and struck
out? I struck out Bear in the fall once. I mean, I guess I could say that. But over the summer, Slade Caldwell, who got drafted on day one, a few million. Okay. I faced him at like one of the All-Star games, and it was like a 10-pitch at bat. Threw him like 7 breaking balls in a row, and he fouled off 6 of them and swung and missed at the 7th.
Jeez.
And then the catcher overthrew the first baseman because it was dropped third strike, and he got the first.
Oh my gosh.
Bummer.
Cut that guy.
Cut him.
I struck out Derek.
Ain't that
right? He said, "Get on the pickleball court right now."
That was the ump's fault.
Right.
Derek, ain't that right? I struck you out.
I also have 2 hits off him. I have 2 hits off him.
And one
of them's a double.
Hey, that's a win.
You made a double.
I did. Hustle double. Get down the line.
Whatever. He claims he's Hall of Fame off of me.
I mean, hey, 2 hits. That ain't bad.
2 for 6 is 333. That's Hall of Fame.
That gets you in the Hall of Fame.
That gets you in the Hall of Fame, right?
That's not wrong.
Schmidt's legit.
Shut up.
Let's go get on that pickleball court ASAP.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say one of them three probably.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So
All right,
for
Jeezy,
me
what you got?
to close it out, I really was going to ask you about the stadiums, what Chris did. So what struck me is really the composure, and you're talking about you're not looking ahead, you're not looking at certain series, you're just keeping everything like one day at a time, trying to find your place, and that's good to hear. You know, it's like a real chill guy. So, but I got it. The first part of the season, obviously, you guys, you know, you start off just your first action in college. What do you think that moment's going to be like when you take the field for the first time in an LSU uniform in a game that actually matters for the wins and losses?
So in a game that matters, not when we're up like 10 or 15.
I mean, even still, the first time you step on the field
All right,
with the ball,
yeah,
you're on the mound.
Numb. Probably numb. I normally let adrenaline take over. Like my bullpens, I might hit like 91, and then like in high school at least, my bullpens would be like 91, and then I go in the game and jump 8 miles an hour because of adrenaline. So
I can't relate.
yeah, no. First fastball I throw is like I might tell the hitter watch out. Like might be some tingling in the fingers, or I'm just gonna be numb for sure. But definitely like dream come true.
Yeah,
Are
no
you
doubt,
hoping
man.
to
I mean,
hit that triple digit number this year?
Well, yeah.
My man. My man.
well, what a
That'd
silly
be pretty
question.
sick. Yeah.
I mean, were you in the stadium by chance, like when Skeens his first appearance, and the crowd literally went silent when he threw that first 100+ pitch?
That was against 2
Can't
years
remember who
ago?
it was. Yes, who was it against? It was a small school.
That was was it Maine?
I think it might have been. Yeah,
I don't know if that was last year or not, but I don't remember it, but I'm sure it was. Everyone's probably like, is that right?
it was the quietest I had ever heard that stadium during a game for like 3 seconds, and then everybody obviously went crazy after that. And then it
Well,
became just a
that's
normal, like, hey, I'm going to
Yeah.
throw 90 pitches at 103 miles an hour. Watch this. It was ridiculous.
no, that's not. It's not even true. It didn't become normal because when Tennessee was down there and he did it, that because it was Chase Dolander versus Paul Skeens on that Thursday night, and
I was
he was
front row
back.
for that game.
Yeah, so
That was
I was not
insane.
far behind you.
It
So
probably talked to you a little bit.
yeah, dude, it was such an electric atmosphere. But the guy was battling. You know, that was a good Tennessee lineup. Not one of the best they've had, but it was good, right? You're battling Semo, the Blake Burks, and I love Blake Burke, but Paul Skeens made Blake Burke look like he needed to hit off of a tee.
Same with y'all's
And it-
leadoff. Huna?
Oh
Was that
yeah,
him?
that was
Yeah,
bad.
he was like
Maui.
4 Ks, and then he got a big hit later in the game. But
He did have a big hit later in the game, but it was too little, too late. But just a great atmosphere, man. I mean, like I said, I'm excited for you. I mean, obviously, you know the emotion for you just to have the dream of playing at LSU and you making that a reality because you could have bypassed all this, but you're making your dream come true. So I hope you get everything that you've dreamed of, and I hope it's a successful career. Except for what is that in April when do y'all play Tennessee?
all I know
Let's
is
look
that
this up
all I know
here.
is that it's at the box. So
It is at the box. So I'm going to come on down. It's April 25th through the 27th. It is a Friday through Sunday. So you know what? I'll see you down there, William.
all right, sick. Might tell you.
I'll
how
see
I
you in
feel.
April.
You can tell me how, man. Look. I told a lot of the LSU guys what's up, man.
We'll see.
Well, William, we appreciate you coming on tonight. It's been a blast. Definitely best of luck this coming season. Do you have like any like social media shout outs, NIL shout outs, anyone like that you want to give a shout out to?
Hey, Mom, I know she's gonna watch this. So
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Safe.
Well, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. This has been the Golden Boot Podcast. Have a good night, and thank y'all for watching.
appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you, man.